nursing in the Philippines, you don't have to bribe anyone, and you don't need to have a certain grade. They don't look at the grades that you have. Also, guys, you don't have to, it's not a struggle. Like, for example, guys, in Kenya, if you want to go and do nursing, it's unless you're doing it in a university, and it depends with the grade that you got. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, my name is Cherono and I am a Kenyan living and studying in the Philippines. So I hope you do consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already, and turn on those post notification bells so that you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I really appreciate your support. Okay, so anyway, guys, today I'm gonna be talking to you about something that I've been asked several times. This is a topic that I hear it every time, and even if I go out on the street and somebody sees me, especially the Filipinos, they be asking me, why did you choose to study in the Philippines? Why did you leave Africa to study in the Philippines? So today I'm gonna be answering that question, so that it can be. I realize a lot of people don't understand why some people leave their country to just come and study in the Philippines. It's not like in the Philippines we get to work. We can't work in the Philippines. We can't earn any money in the Philippines. All we have to do is come here and study. See, so somebody will be wondering, but why the Philippines? So today, guys, I hope you stay like, just stay right there, sit tight, and hear my story. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to the points. Number one, why. I'm gonna give you maybe around 5 reasons I decided to choose the Philippines. Okay, I'm not gonna make this video very long, so I'm just gonna choose like maybe 5 or 6 maximum reasons for why I decided it has to be the Philippines. So for me, the first thing first. So for me, as most of you know, if you're new here, maybe you should know that I am a nursing student. And if you've always been here, you know that I am a nursing student, right? So the reason why, number one, was because nursing in the Philippines, like nursing care in the Philippines is recognized as the best worldwide. So I decided, why not? So the major reason was because the nursing care in the Philippines is recognized worldwide, and nurses from the Philippines are considered the best. So I wanted to come and study in the best, so that I can become also the best, considered one of the best nurses in the world. So that is the major reason, the reason number one. Okay, reason number two is because I also needed, like, it's almost related to this reason number one, but reason number two is, when I finish studying, when I want to let's say I want to practice my profession in the US, okay, but that is the main goal of coming to the Philippines. So if you come to the Philippines, like, and study nursing, it's gonna be easy for you to transition to the US, just because, like I said in my number one point, Philippines nursing care is recognized worldwide, and most nurses, actually, I feel like 50% of the nurses in the US are from the Philippines, if I'm not wrong, even more. But let me just go with 50% of the nurses in the US are Filipinos. So they always come from the Philippines. So the major reason is, and also, guys, it's because, when you finish your nursing care here, your 4 years of studying nursing, you can always go and do NCLEX right here in the Philippines. For those people who don't know what NCLEX is, it's a licensing exams that is for the US. I don't know if it is for any other countries, but I know it is for the US. So if you do that exam and you pass, you get to transition easily to the US. So if you pass that exam, you can get a job in the US. You can easily get a job. So that is always the first step into getting a job in the US. So you can always do it here in the Philippines. Unlike when I am in Kenya, I have to go maybe to South Africa or to India or even to the Philippines just to sit for that exam. So for us, it's gonna be so easy to just finish the graduate and then directly do NCLEX. So yeah, that is another point. Okay, but also, guys, okay, this is a point for some other people, but for my case, it wasn't really my point. But nursing in the Philippines, you don't have to bribe anyone, and you don't need to have a certain grade. They don't look at the grades that you have. Also, guys, you don't have to, it's not a struggle. Like, for example, guys, in Kenya, if you want to go and do nursing, it's unless you're doing it in a university, and it depends with the grade that you got. Okay, you don't just get any grade and decide you want to do nursing. If you want to do nursing, you have to get at least a C plus and above, which, by the way, it depends also, because you might have done a C plus and then fail maybe math, you know, get a D in math, then that means you will not be able to enroll for nursing. So there's a lot of requirements that is needed in order for you to enroll to become a nurse. Okay, you can't just walk into a nursing school and decide, you know, I want to do. You can't finish your form 4 and decide you want to become, you just want to go to a nursing school. It's not that easy. And then, guys, in Kenya, for example, I'm not giving you an example of Kenya because, you know, I come from Kenya, so I don't want to generalize Africa as a whole. So in Kenya, if you want to go to, there's this nursing school, it's called KMTC. So in order for you to go there, sometimes you don't just get accepted there. You might apply to study there, but you might not be able to get accepted, you know. So sometimes you need to bribe someone, you know, or to know someone who knows someone in order for you to get enrollment in that school. So it has become like a business or something. So it is hard to just go walk into a nursing school in Kenya. So here in the Philippines, if you want to become a nurse, you just go into any university, tell them you want to enroll in their school, you want to enroll in nursing department, and that is it. That's it. So if you're from Africa, the only thing that they will ask you is, where is your documentation that you need, you know, in order to get a student visa. So that's all they will ask here. Nothing like, oh, you have to bribe someone in order to get a school, you know. And the same, and then another thing, you guys, so most of the time, like I said, in Kenya we have a Kenyan where a nursing school, that is KMTC. So if you go there, you're not actually graduating with a degree, you know, unless you're gonna study in a university, which is very, very expensive. So you have to, and you will graduate with a diploma. Imagine you get your B, your A. Okay, most of the time if you get an A, you will go to a university on you know, and you can get a scholarship by the government, and also you can also qualify for government loans. But I'm talking about this regular person that has decided to go to KMTC, you know. So that one, you'll be getting a diploma, you know, a diploma in nursing. And like here, you don't get, the lowest thing you get is a degree. So you come here with your grades, whatever grade that you got, and you spend 4 years and get a diploma. So a degree, I mean, sorry. And in Kenya, you'll spend 3 years in a KMTC college, and then you get a diploma. So for me, I feel like, no, why would I waste my time in a school that I will get a diploma when I can go to the Philippines, spend just like add another more here, and come out with a degree. So after this, after my schooling, the next thing I can do, if I want to continue my studies, I can do what do you call this, a master's. So you see, so somebody that comes from KMTC, they'll be going now to enroll and do a degree, while me, I'll be enrolling for what, for a master's. So which is a win for me. So yeah, so that is a point. Okay, another thing, you guys, studying in the Philippines is easy. It's like there's no stress. They don't stress you so much. Believe you me, guys, studying in Kenya is really tricky. It is hectic, especially if you are enrolling as a nursing student. Of course, they'll be teaching you like you are becoming a doctor. Oh my goodness! And for real, I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, the education system in Kenya is very, very, very hard. Like, oh my goodness, here we get choices, you know, like you know, you get multiple answer questions. Like, you are given a question and you are given choices. You can choose from a question. So sometimes, even if you don't know, you can use this method, an elimination method. You can eliminate some things and decide, you know what, between these two, you know, you can use your mind to get these things right. Unlike in Kenya, where, for example, you're given an exam, you have to sit for an exam and you have to write down, like, explain why Florence Nightingale was how she came to become the mother of nursing. how, like, if you don't know how, you have to write and explain, and you don't have to, and you explain with the paragraphs. Don't just, not paragraphs, I mean, sorry, you have at least the sentences has to be, you know, has to be many, more than 5 sentences. Explain your answer, give your answer, and then explain, defend your answer. Sometimes you don't know, so it becomes tricky. So that is why Philippines, I chose the Philippines, because the Philippines is because of that. Like, guys, Philippines, they don't stress you a lot, and most of the time the only thing that they do is you do exams 3 times in a semester. You do the prelim, the midterms, and the final exams. Also, although between the semester there is what we call quizzes. It depends with the professor. Sometimes you'll find another professor that really like to quiz their students. They will, at the end of the period, like for example prelim period, they will give you a long quiz. And most of the time, if you realize this long quiz, most of the questions from that long quiz, they will come in the major exams. So which it will becomes easy for you. So you just study hard for the long quiz, and then because it's the same thing, like it's like you're also studying for the main exam. So you study hard for the long quiz, and the same things that you'll be studying, because the long quiz, it consists all the topics that were covered, that are gonna, you know, that are gonna come the topic. There's certain topics that you cover, and then at the end of that topic you do exams, you know. So for example, in our school we do 5 topics, not 5, is it 5 or 6, I think 5 topics. And then at the end of those 5 topics, you do an exam on those topics, and then you forget about it. There's no day that you'll come back and be like, oh, you have to study this again. No, you never come back to those topics. So at the end of another period, you do this topic, other topic. So that is a good thing. So you don't have to study a whole book in order to you know, in order to pass your exams. No, you have to just study certain points, which I don't think is the case in Kenya. I didn't study nursing in Kenya, but I don't think it's the same case. You know, I think you are really questioned, or you are examined on the time, you know, a whole course. Like if you are doing, let's say for example, surgical nursing, and I think they will give you an exam at the end of studying nursing, surgical nursing. Imagine 17 topics, all of them you have to memorize everything. Oh, it's tricky. So for us, they don't stress students so much when it comes to education. You know, they want you to pass in a very smooth way possible. They don't want to stress you. Okay, so that is one thing also. That is the reason why I really decided, you know what, the Philippines is good. Another thing, guys, and this one is also important, you know, like I've always said, a lot of people have been asking me, how much is the tuition fee in the Philippines? Like I would just now, that is also why I'm getting a point from there, because the tuition fee, I feel like it's a bit cheaper. You know, you will find something that accommodates you. Okay, there's schools that are expensive. I have friends who come from Kenya, and they pay more tuition fee than I do. Okay, and I have those people who pay way cheaper than I do. So it depends with the school sometimes, and also depends with how much your parents can afford. Okay, so if your parents feel like you need to go to, like for example me, I can't even decide one day and decide, let me go to University of St. Thomas, because that school is very expensive. I can't train my parents like that. But there are some people who will come from Kenya and decide they want to study in St. Thomas. Okay, so it depends. It accommodates your needs and your budget. You know, you can find something that accommodates your budget here in the Philippines. So I feel like it's way cheaper, and I've talked to a couple of my friends, and they say the same thing, like, you know, Philippines is cheap, man. Like Philippines, all you need to do is just, and you know, also the housing, you need to, Philippines, as long as you just enrolled in the school and that is cheaper, that accommodates you, all you need to, the other thing you need to do is just get a room somewhere and stay, enjoy your life, buy a fridge, stock it up, and that's it, you know. So it makes life so easy for you. So that is another point, you guys. And I feel like maybe, how many points is it so far? I haven't been counting, but I think that's all for now, unless there is another point. Let me think if there's something that I've forgotten. Guys, so I had to take a short break to ask my friends why they think they chose the Philippines, to why they think they chose to study in the Philippines. And this is one thing that came up that I haven't talked about, and I just wanted to share it as a last point. Some of them say it's because of respect, you know. Respect, like you're studying abroad. My goodness, like you'll get that respect. I mean, now that I think about it, I see a lot of people, you know, some people that maybe used to study with, they come, you know, when they realize some might not even, like those people that you might not have been close with in school, but, you know, in high school or whatever point in your life, and then they realize, oh, you went abroad. So they be calling you, texting you, they want to be close. So I feel like it gives you really, for sure, a certain form of respect. And also, guys, I remember, let me just give you another example. Like when I went home in December, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, a lot of people came home to see me to be like, oh, you know, she's studying abroad. How is the Philippines? You know, how are the people there? So I feel like, yeah, maybe there's a point there. There's a point there. So unlike when you're coming from maybe somewhere just, you know, nobody will really mind. So yeah, maybe that is the point. I don't know, guys. Comment down below. Let me know if you're studying abroad, here in the Philippines to be specific. Do you think it gives you some type of respect where people be like, oh, she's studying abroad, so some people will just give you respect just for the sake of that? Please comment in the comment section below, because you know I'm really curious about this question. And yeah, so anyway, you guys, so that is it for why I decided to leave Kenya and study in the Philippines. So I don't know, guys, like I said, if you can relate, leave it in the comment section. And guys, also let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. And if you have any questions or anything that you want me to talk about here, please comment it in the comment sections, and I will be able to come here and answer you. So guys, up until that point, thank you so much for watching. Premier Gang, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Like, you guys have been my pillar of support. I appreciate you. My moderators, thank you so much for always coming here, you know, watching my video till the very end. You know, you know, I couldn't wish for more. So thank you guys, and thank you for 14k. Right now we are in 14k subscribers. I'm really like, whoa. So we are on the road to 15k subscribers. So please continue subscribing and turning on the post notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my new videos. So you guys, until next time, bye. I'll see you on my next one, guys.